From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Murray now going to throw to open. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. That's into the hands of the fullback. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll try and play with some pace early on. Murray's going to throw again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. They go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Murray. That's hauled in at the 2. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Trey McBride. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a...
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Play fake, Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the defense loses it.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Still first down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got it!
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. That's more on the quick slant. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's Swift on second.
Now they'll set up to throw. Room to maneuver at the 35.
I really like the balance.
Throwing now from the gun. That's to the outside. He'll drop to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side.
Seemed like there was...
They'll look to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Back to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point...
Quarterback, wing that award. One bite at a time. Quarterback, wing that award. One bite at a time. Quarter.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle.
He gets free. And he takes this all the way back for 6. The opening kickoff of the afternoon turns into a touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time, and they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
All right, Mike, now the question is, how do they come onto the field and answer the bell? They give up the quick strike on the kickoff return. Do they come out here now and try to strike back quickly? Whether it's a long, methodical drive or something fast, just don't press too fast. There is a long way to go, a lot of football left to be played. There is no need to panic.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They're going to go right back to Henry. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third and 5. From the gun, it's Young. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll take off again. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Young. There's Jefferson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Young. He'll try to run for it. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. First and 10. Right back to the fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Philadelphia. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. Ooh. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, this looks like a design run, and they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Short kick taken just inside the 20. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The 49ers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
49ers nothing.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The Niners offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Young. will be incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
So on fourth down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Johnson. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line. Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. Second and 7. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a design runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. We'll get this right to the 20-yard line. Brian Branch in on the tackle. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. This is Madden Ultimate. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The Niners offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, Young. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Third and a yard. Here's Young. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Still 1st down.
Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Johnson. Whoa! Yeah! And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. They'll run with Johnson. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Now here's second and goal. One more time with Johnson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw is Young. He's got his man, Jefferson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, second and a yard. Here we go. One final play. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Eagles.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 27. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So Rigoberto Sanchez, the man who will send this flying on 4th down. Fielded at his own 48. Jukes one defender. Flashing some serious skill there. And some crafty work on the return gets him all the way down inside the red zone. Huge return here. It's good for 37. And they'll start this drive inside the red zone at the 15. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
He's got to be thrilled about getting this type of field position to begin the game. No pressure to mount some sort of long, sustained drive. Nope, your special teams put you in a special position to take advantage here early with a touchdown.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Right side, caught by Davis. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Brought down by Jalen Carter. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Tight end in motion right. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. The tight end going in motion right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled for a short gain. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Good return here of 19 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield. A back who can show off his wheels.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles driving ahead. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. On the ground again with Johnson. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Johnson again. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Johnson. And again, he can't manage anything. Defense all over him at the line.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He's back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter.
That's just excellent dime coverage. Excellent dime defense right there. Quarterback, he's going to see a defender in coverage no matter where he looks. The end goal is making him force a throw when he shouldn't, and then capitalizing on the mistake with a turnover.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Brock Heward.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Starting at the 10. More room past the 50. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 16-point ball game. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game. Offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught by Burton. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is. But after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Slot man motioned over. 3rd and long for him here. And oh, Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick six. I think it's safe to say, Brock, this defense isn't just trying to defend a lead. They are trying to eliminate all doubts. And to that end, a big play to take that interception back for 6.
I think it's very easy for fans to see when an offense goes dormant and conservative and plays it safe. But defenses fight the same challenge, Cade, and kudos to that defensive coordinator. Don't be reckless, but this defense has earned the right to be aggressive.
And again, Brock, the play clock expires. What is going on down there?
Delay of game. Offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a short gain. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throwing with a blitz. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He'll start from the 39. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, they'll run. He's got room to roam here. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Wow, Brock, that is one of the longest runs I think we're going to see out of a fullback. And just can't get my mind around the fact that he outpaced those DBs long enough to reach the end zone.
You and me alike. That was a power lifter and power blocker becoming a sprinter. You know, I'm not sure if we stretch out further, he's going to hold on and score, but at that distance, oh, Gosh, his teammates just love that TD.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 13. On the quick slant, it's Davis. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Avoid some trouble there. Oh no, he lost control of another one. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. They'll bring out the punter here. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. Brushes him off with ease. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say the football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy, something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going to get you a 1st down. They can be difference makers, too.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles coasting to the finish line. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Now an inside give to Johnson. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. They'll throw to begin this drive. Wow, it's free again! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
At the 5-yard line.
Johnson up the middle. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate...
Oh, no, they get him yet again. The LSU rookie with the pick. And the Eagles get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. Oh, boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And we'll see if those 3 timeouts get used defensively, Brock, but this one is over either way. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now the give to Johnson. Oh, he trucked that to it. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set them up now with 3rd down. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. That's it for all of us. On behalf of our crew and my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scotts. This has been another edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Escapes the defender. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Check right.
Now a first carry for their fullback. The quick feet by Jackson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it, taking care of the football? He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's good for an Eagles.
Now it's Jackson. He stiff arms him. He's still on his feet. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their new quarterback, first-year signal caller out of South Carolina.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment, running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
In motion left is Higgins. Here's Rattler. And that'll be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Second and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. To the air is Rattler. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rattler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Stiff-armed him. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Play action. Now Rattler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 21-0, our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In motion right, Evans. Throwing is Rattler. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
In motion right goes Higgins. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's brought down all the way back in the end zone. My goodness, that's going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deion Sanders, 82 yards. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Jordan Davis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Kamu Krujay-Hill getting in there and taking him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return is Peterson. Touchdown, Philadelphia! yards on a punt return score. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone.
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Back to throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Now inside the 25.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss-hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll drop to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Rattler working out of the gun.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jordan Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Jalen Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant.
4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
He's going to let it fly. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Aubrey now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error... I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 13 yards there offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Oh, look at the juke. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today, those statistics.